On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Drawing.
The act of making a picture with a pencil, pen, or other instruments on paper, cardboard, or other material.
Examples:
Technical drawing. Drawing for design. She is talented at drawing and has won several awards for her artwork.
Blind.
Unable to see, unable or unwilling to perceive or understand the true nature of something.
Examples:
Blind to the beauties. Blind spot. She was nearly blind due to severe diabetes.
Asphalt.
A black, sticky substance that is used to surface roads, roofs, and other structures made from a mixture of sand, gravel, and a petroleum-based material called bitumen.
Examples:
Asphalt pavement. Asphalt driveway. The road crew was laying fresh asphalt on the highway.
Chalk.
A soft, white, porous sedimentary rock composed of calcium carbonate, often used for drawing or writing on surfaces such as blackboards.
Examples:
A piece of chalk. Chalk on a blackboard. The kids used colored chalk to create a mural on the pavement.
Beneath.
In or to a lower place than someone or something.
Examples:
The ground beneath my feet. Beneath contempt. A great stretch of the lake lay beneath them.
Unforgiving.
Not willing to forgive or show mercy, not able to be repaired or restored.
Examples:
Unforgiving blow. Unforgiving terrain. The unforgiving sun scorched the desert, making it uninhabitable.
Tropical.
Originating in, located in, or characteristic of the tropics.
Examples:
Tropical cyclones. Tropical islands. Tropical storm Marco is making his way along the coast of Florida.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Aesthetic.
Connected with the enjoyment or study of beauty.
Examples:
Aesthetic value. Aesthetic feeling. My aesthetic standards are quite different from hers.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
function properly, immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
conversation in English, a friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Attract.
To draw or entice someone or something towards them through the qualities they have, especially positive ones.
Examples:
attract attention, attract customers. The government is eager to attract international investment.
Compel.
To force or require someone to do something, to exert a strong, irresistible force or pressure that makes someone act in a certain way.
Examples:
compel a person to submission, compel attention. The strict deadlines will compel the team to work efficiently.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
a technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Composition.
The different parts of something's elements or ingredients, the way in which the different components are organized, a piece of music written by someone.
Examples:
age composition of the population. The piano passages in the composition. Their innovative concepts were consistent across their bodies of composition.
Sneak.
To go somewhere, or take someone or something somewhere secretly or stealthily. To steal or do something secretly or stealthily.
Examples:
sneak a cigarette. Sneak out of danger. The children tried to sneak out and eat the candy.
Judge.
A person who makes decisions in a court of law. Verb, to determine the result of or form a critical opinion of something.
Examples:
judge a competition. An associate judge. The strict judge ruled in favor of the plaintiff in the case.
Tar.
A thick, sticky substance that is dark in color and is commonly used for road surfacing or as a material for roofing, a common byproduct of burning coal or wood.
Examples:
tar residue. Tar component. The road workers spread tar over the cracks in the pavement to prevent water and ice from causing further damage.
Luncheon.
A formal midday meal or banquet, typically one held in honor of a person or occasion.
Examples:
Luncheon meeting, luncheon appointment. I'm attending a business luncheon tomorrow to meet with potential clients.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Portrait.
A painting, picture, the likeness of a person, especially one showing the face.
Examples:
A portrait painter. Portrait of a well-known figure. A well-known artist painted this lovely lady's portrait.
Formula.
A group of symbols, letters, or numbers that represent a rule, law, or mathematical statement.
Examples:
Structural formula. A binomial formula. The teacher told the students to memorize the math formula.
Historic.
Famous or significant in history, or potentially so.
Examples:
Historic accomplishment. Achieve the historic feat. The Chinese people have accomplished several historic feats.
Impasto.
A painting technique in which paint is applied thickly and heavily so that brush strokes are visible and the resulting surface has texture and depth.
Examples:
Impasto painting. Bold impasto strokes. The painter used a thick impasto technique to create a textured canvas.
Highlight.
To make something prominent, mainly so that people give it more attention.
Examples:
Highlight a string in red. Highlight an important difference. The introduction highlighted the speaker's distinguished career as a consultant.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Conflict.
A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
The conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
Struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Frequent.
Happening constantly.
Examples:
Frequent absence. Frequent use. His heartaches are less frequent now.
Amend.
To change a text, law, statement, etc., slightly to remove faults or errors or to improve it.
Examples:
Amend a law. Amend his writing. The president agreed to amend the ill-defined regulations.
Futile.
Incapable of producing any useful result, pointless.
Examples:
Futile talk. Make a futile protest. It was futile to try and fix the broken vase, as it was too badly damaged.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples:
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Reinforce.
To strengthen or support something, especially by adding another material to it, to make emotion, idea, etc. stronger.
Examples:
Reinforce the military. Reinforce good behavior. We should reinforce the troops at the front line.
Folk.
People in general, especially those of a particular group or type.
Examples:
Folk art. The folk songs of a particular district. Some seaweed was used as folk medicine in ancient times.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Unseen.
Not seen or noticed, not perceived.
Examples:
Unseen danger. An unseen force. The consequences of the pandemic remain unseen as scientists continue to research the virus.
Emphasize.
To give or show particular importance to something.
Examples:
Emphasize her words. Emphasize a direct relationship. Use italics or capitals to emphasize a word in a piece of writing.
Absence.
The fact or condition of being away from a place where they are typically anticipated to be.
Examples:
Absence from work. A leave of absence. Another critical factor of child poverty is the father's absence.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
Religion sociology. Freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Icon.
A picture or statue of a holy person considered to be a sacred thing, a little icon on the screen of a computer or smartphone that denotes an application or a file.
Examples:
Icon for young people. Television icon. Some comic book characters are considered gay icons.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Church.
A building or institution dedicated to religious worship or activities, a Christian religious organization or denomination.
Examples:
Church bell. Small church. The church on the corner is hosting a free community meal tonight.
Saint.
A person who is recognized as having an exceptional degree of holiness, virtue, or devotion.
Examples:
Saint statue. The departed saint. The faithful follower venerated the saint's relic.
Madonna.
A representation of the Virgin Mary, especially in art.
Examples:
Wooden Madonna. Madonna painting. The Madonnas and Child painting is a famous piece of art from the Renaissance period. Testament. A thing that proves the existence or truth of something else.
Examples:
Give properties by testament. Testament to the superior quality. His wealth is a testament to his success. Christ. The man that Christians believe is the prophet and the Son of God, and whose life and sermons form the basis for Christianity. Examples: Teaching of Christ. Before Christ. Christmas is the day to celebrate the birth of Christ. Exploration. The activity of searching and finding out about something through a place. Examples: Future of space exploration. An Arctic exploration. He called for a careful exploration of the consequences. Criminal. A person who has committed a crime. Examples: Wanted criminal. Criminal investigation. The police are searching for the criminal who stole the jewels. Innocent. Not guilty of a crime, offense, etc., not having an evil mind or knowledge. Examples: An innocent child. Thousands of innocent people. My husband was found innocent of any crime. Guilty. Feeling responsible for or having done something wrong or criminal.
Examples:
Feel a bit guilty. Guilty verdict. After much contemplation, the suspect decided to plead guilty to the theft charge.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart, mark as different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Reconnect.
To connect again after a break or interruption.
Examples:
Reconnect a telephone. Reconnect with family. After a long period of estrangement, they reconnected with each other.
Studio.
A room or building where creative or artistic work is produced, a television or radio production company.
Examples:
A photo studio. Music studio. She works at a recording studio in Los Angeles.
Initially.
At the beginning, at first.
Examples:
Initially anticipated. Diagnosed initially as a tumor. This train departed later than initially scheduled.
Incarceration.
The state of being confined in prison or jail.
Examples:
Mass incarceration. Incarceration rates. The judge sentenced him to 5 years of incarceration for embezzlement.
Symbol.
Something visible that is used to represent something else.
Examples:
Symbol color. Symbol for happiness. The dragon is considered a symbol of bravery.
Incarcerate.
To put or keep somebody in prison or in a place from which they cannot escape.
Examples:
Incarcerate the murderer. Incarcerate her for life. He was incarcerated for the duration of the war. Context. The circumstances, facts, or conditions that surround a particular event, situation, or statement and that give it meaning.
Examples:
Historical context. Legal context. It's important to understand the context of a situation before making a decision. Degree. A unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment. Examples: Bachelor's degree. Degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university. Gesture. A movement of the hands, head, or face that express a particular meaning. Examples: Gesture of goodwill. hand gesture. She made a facial gesture to express disagreement.
Myth.
An ancient story or set of stories accepted as history, especially explaining the worldview of a people.
Examples:
The myth of an old religion. Perpetuate a myth. With the financial bubble bursting, the myth of economic growth in investment banking collapsed.
Benevolence.
The quality or any act of kindness or well-doing.
Examples:
Display benevolence. Render benevolence to people. They have both virtue and benevolence.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
Low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Liberty.
The state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views.
Examples:
Personal liberty. Liberty as a right. The founding fathers fought for the liberty of the American people.
Benevolent.
Well-meaning and kind, serving a charitable or philanthropic purpose.
Examples:
Benevolent gesture. A benevolent individual. The benevolent donor's contribution to the charity greatly impacted the lives of those it served.
Extend.
To broaden in scope, range, or area.
Examples:
Extend the warranty. Extend a line. Her visit will extend from Monday to Friday.
Tumult.
A state of great confusion, commotion, or disturbance, a loud, confused noise, as of people shouting.
Examples:
Tumult of voices. In the midst of the tumult. The political turmoil caused great tumult in the country.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Contradiction.
The assertion of the opposite of what has been said, opposition, denial.
Examples:
Contradiction of capitalism. Apparent contradiction. His statement was filled with contradictions that made it difficult to take seriously.
Devastating.
Causing a great deal of destruction or damage.
Examples:
Have devastating effects. Treat this devastating disease. This typhoon was the most devastating in years.
Remembrance.
The act of remembering or honoring a person, event, or thing from the past, a memory or memento.
Examples:
Remembrance Day. Eternal remembrance. The annual remembrance ceremony honors those who sacrificed their lives for the country.
Repetition.
The act of doing or saying something many times.
Examples:
Repetition of the word. Habitual repetition. Repetition is the mother of all learning.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Edit.
To prepare written material for publication by correcting, condensing, or otherwise modifying it.
Examples:
Edit a history book. Edit a video. I need to edit this document before submitting it to my boss.
Undercover.
Carried out or conducted in secret, with one's true identity or purpose concealed, disguised, incognito.
Examples:
Undercover operation. Undercover journalist. The undercover police officer was able to gather crucial evidence without being detected.
Accuse.
To charge or criticize someone with a crime or wrongdoing.
Examples:
Accuse his rudeness. Accuse each other. The witness accused the defendant of committing the robbery.
Exhibit.
To show something in public for people to enjoy or to provide them with information.
Examples:
Exhibit a bad attitude. Exhibit a great talent. Other technology industries exhibit similarly explosive growth.
Citizenship.
The status of being a member of a particular country.
Examples:
Dual citizenship. Citizenship rights. Her citizenship application was denied due to a technical error.
Disturb.
To interrupt someone who is trying to work, sleep, etc.
Examples:
Disturb the peace. Disturb his sleep. Tourists frequently disturb the island's delicate natural balance.
Complaint.
A statement that expresses dissatisfaction or annoyance about something.
Examples:
Complaint department. Complaint about price gouging. She filed a complaint with the manager about the poor service.
Saturated.
Of chemistry, Describing a compound or substance that contains the maximum amount of a particular atom or group of atoms and has no further capacity to bond. Of nutrition, describing a food that is high in saturated fats, which are linked to an increased risk of heart disease.
Examples:
Saturated fat, saturated colors. The company decided not to enter the smartphone market because it was already saturated with numerous established players.
Surreal.
Strange and unreal, having an oddly dreamlike quality.
Examples:
Surreal number, surreal art. The dreamlike quality of the painting gave it a surreal feel.
Disappear.
To cease to exist or be visible.
Examples:
Disappear without a trace. Disappear after a week. They watched the train disappear into the distance.
Trauma.
An emotional wound or shock often has long-lasting effects caused by a highly upsetting or shocking experience.
Examples:
Psychic trauma, trauma care. Many civilians have suffered trauma as a result of the war.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Encouraging.
Giving hope, confidence, or support, inspiring.
Examples:
Encouraging approval. Encouraging sign. The test results were encouraging and showed improvement.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Incubator.
An apparatus in which conditions are controlled for hatching eggs, growing cells, or keeping people or animals warm. A place, especially with support staff and equipment, offered at a low cost to new small businesses.
Examples:
Infant incubator. Business incubator program. The eggs were placed in an artificial incubator to ensure proper hatching conditions.
Haven.
A shelter serving as a place of safety or sanctuary, a sheltered port where ships can take on or discharge cargo.
Examples:
Haven for terrorists. Cheap labor haven. That country is a tax haven where many wealthy people have paper corporations.
Predominantly.
Mainly, mostly, or primarily, having the greatest influence or power in a particular situation or group.
Examples:
Predominantly rural. Predominantly Christian. The neighborhood is predominantly made up of young families with children.
Jazz.
A type of music that originated in the African American community in the United States and that is characterized by improvisation, syncopated rhythms, and a strong emphasis on self-expression.
Examples:
Jazz club. A school jazz band. He listened to jazz music to relax after a long day at work.
Disinvestment.
The act of reducing or withdrawing the amount of money you have provided in a particular area or sector.
Examples:
Disinvestment strategy. Disinvestment plan. The company's decision to engage in disinvestment led to a reduction in its overall portfolio.
Creative.
Relating to or involving the use of skill and original and unusual ideas to create something.
Examples:
Creative writing. Barren of creative spirit. All the supervisor has to do is assign tasks that make his subordinates more creative.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Asset.
Something or someone that is useful or valuable quality, skill, etc., valuable property.
Examples:
Frozen assets. Liquid assets of the company. A sense of humor is an invaluable asset in this job.
Assistant.
Someone who helps or supports someone else to do a job.
Examples:
An unwilling assistant. Assistant professor. An executive assistant director administers each branch.
Craft.
An activity that requires a particular skill in making things with one's hands.
Examples:
Craft arts of Japan. Craft manufacture. His hometown was where he first acquired the craft of wood carving.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Intertwine.
To twist together or become twisted together.
Examples:
Intertwine thread. Intertwine story. The vines intertwine to form a thick canopy overhead.
Myriad.
A very large number.
Examples:
Myriad differences. A myriad of choices. The artist featured myriad colors and patterns, creating a vibrant and dynamic piece.
Manifest.
To show something such as feeling, attitude, quality, etc., clearly through signs or actions.
Examples:
Manifest as the word. Manifest displeasure. The Prime Minister manifested his regret for his neighbors.